Howdy y'all, my name is ChucklesTC and welcome back to my NASCAR Heat Ultimate career mode, where today we are racing in the Gatorade colors from their infamous bottles that we all have seen. You know, the squirt bottles. You know, I don't even have to explain it. But yeah, we're going to be racing at Bristol today. Let's go ahead and hop in it. We'll see if our... Well, I'll cut to you guys once we're at the track. Okay, loaded in here at Bristol. And yeah, let's go ahead and hop into practice and then I'll talk about what I was saying. We're going to see if our change to remove rivals really worked today once we get into the race. And if it didn't, I already have a plan, and I'll get into that once we get to the race. If we see that there is... hold on, let me turn down the volume on my TV because that is way too high. Okay, that might be better. Wow, well, I dropped my remote. Okay. Or actually, I'll just talk about the plan now. And I think I need to run a lot higher because I cannot run near the apron here because I'll just turn it around on myself. And that's what's got me in the past here. Ruined good runs, but running up high on the corners is a lot more difficult here on this track, especially around cars. We instantly beat our goal time. We're going to need to get at least 18 flat for a qualifying goal. And yeah, that apron just slows us down. It would likely turn us around, but if we cannot remove rivals, then I'm going to finish out the rest of the season on dirt, and then I'm going to start next season by moving us manually up to truck and restarting my career mode. Then if that happens, I'd still do plan on running the dirt series stuff for a while until I get World of Outlaws 23, which is sad. I was really hoping that we'd get World of Outlaws 25 at least on the normal Switch, but we won't. Maybe once Switch 2 releases we will. We'll get it moved to there. We'll have to wait till the next World of Outlaws, but I hope that that's what they do with the Switch 2. And I'm not getting a Xbox until I move, because I need to be focused on that. I can spend a little bit of cash to get like World of Outlaws or NHRA, but that needs to be in the next couple of days because NHRA is currently on a discount on the Switch shop for anyone curious. So yeah, I do plan on getting those games, starting those series soon. But at least next year we're going to be doing, or once this season's complete, we're at least going to be doing one more season of the Dirt Series on NASCAR Heat Ultimate. Following year might be a little bit different. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm really upset that Indy Dirt isn't in either game. Just really hoping it would be. And we have not improved in our first lap time. We're going to go higher here on the lane that is flattened down, or semi around that, as whoever that is gets into us. The 4. Okay. We're not going to have a great lap here, so in qualifying we need to lock in and run where we know we have speed. Just what we're trying to figure out here in practice. Okay, this lap we ran in that line basically the whole time. We actually set a faster lap, but we lost time to this 2 car. This lap's probably going to be slower with us hitting the wall and the apron. And the 2 car's gonna... he saves it. Yeah, a little bit slower, but still faster than our goal. This is going to be our final lap of practice, so we get into the 2 car. That's going to slow our lap down quite a bit. If we can hug the bottom semi at the start of the corner, as long as we're not running up on the apron. Yeah, we're going to go through this. Okay, yeah, that's what happens when you run the apron. You get turned. Okay, we're going to end practice there. Turn to our garage. Beat our goal time 1, 2, 3, 5 times, 6 times. Pretty good practice by us there. We had a bit of a lull in the middle of practice, but we set a fast lap of 18.199. Pole position is 16.392. And our goal is 18.154. So maybe not running around cars might help us with that. We should need to stick it here in this area for the entire lap. And reactions for the NASCAR races will be out soon, as soon as I can possibly get them. We won't have reactions for Xfinity because there were issues with recording and everything, and not being able to watch the race as a whole group. And I don't know if there's going to be reactions to the Daytona 500 either. Not great, but we're still going to qualify P21. So I think one below our goal. Yeah, one below our goal, which is P20. And qualifying on pole for this race is Tony Stewart. Let's go ahead and go to the race. We're going to be starting P20, so someone got sent to the back of the field. Everett Scott, penalty. Or plenty of space. They may come after you. Alan Anderson isn't nearly as fast, and Anthony Norton has an unapproved auto modification. So I guess the rivals thing didn't update. So yeah, that's our plans for next year. We're just going to restart our career and start up in trucks while still doing this whenever there are races. But we get dumped on the opening lap and have huge damage. That's going to end our race there. Honestly. I mean, 11 seconds of damage and already aero damage is going to keep us from getting a huge run. So I guess it's just how I cut down on that bottom lane on this front stretch that just turned me. But I was not expecting it, honestly. And we get loose there, but we hold on to it. And Anderson goes and flips. I think that's our first flip of this career mode. Finished P23 in the opening stage. And getting stage points was in 10th, Justin Jones. 9th, Cody Brock. 8th, Randy Davis. 7th, Roy Wood. 6th, Mark Hunter. 5th, Caleb Stevenson. 4th, Leslie Gomez. 3rd, Bobby Carter. 2nd, Hugh Ackerman. And winning the stage was Tony Stewart. So we've not completed a full lap here. I had the huge opening lap accident, and then Anderson obviously just barrel rolled down the backstretch. So we have not flipped once in this career mode. But if it's going to happen at any track for these cars, it's going to be here most likely. Because there we have another huge impact to the wall. And we have another caution on a stage start for us. Okay, we just need to not wreck. It's pretty simple. This video is going to be short, man. Now restarting. We have a ton of damage. Our whole front end is destroyed. That's why I don't have DNFs on, because stuff like that would end our race there. And that's what's going to be fun about being in the truck series. We will have pit stops. And technically I could pit here, but it isn't as fun. We finished P20 that stage. So I have no idea what happened. I guess we'll have to see in the replay. Oh, Alan Anderson pitting. That's never a good sign. Winning stage points, Justin Jones 10th, Randy Davis 9th, Roy Wood 8th, Cody Brock 7th, Mark Hunter 6th, Leslie Gomez 5th, Bobby Carter 4th, Tony Stewart 3rd, Hugh Ackerman 2nd, and Caleb Stevenson 1st, winning the stage. Now restarting here, Alan Anderson is shown on the lead lap, so I guess he didn't get moved there and parked it. So I guess he can pit, but I can't. So it must have been for him again. So we just sitting on the outside. We're going to end up scraping the wall the whole way around. And yeah. It's very hard to control this car, but we're still going to shoot for that top 20. Which we may be able to still do. Sitting in P20 right now. And we are having to lift in the corners now just to not lose it. I'm going to shoot low here on Higgins. 9 left in the race. Up in a P16 now. 8 laps left to go in the race. Kelly Cates, who has really tormented us in some of our races, is the next car to pass for P15. Seven laps remaining in the stage, so we send her a bit sideways. Oh, and she goes and flips. What? And she's going to be pitting. We'll go to the restart now. See what happens with that if she parks it. She did not park it, so they're able to do pits, but we will continue with our role of not pitting. Restarting P15 with 3 laps to go. And we're going to get turned down to the inside wall again. And we turn, and we finally flip, and it's a big one. 3 flips in a race. We're going to be restarting P15 in NASCAR, or P16 in NASCAR overtime. So, man, these are going to be some fun replays for you guys to watch. Some heavy aero damage. Restarts are always difficult with the aero damage, and Day is just blocking our lane. And we need it. We need to save it as much as we can. Oh, and another flip, and another caution. Restarting P17. We luckily get the inside lane for a restart. Restarting next to Russell, the 12 in front of us, and the 04 on his outside. So a lot of cars angry with us right in our little wheelhouse here. Trying to get to the white flag to make the race official, and it is official. This is the final lap of the race, no matter what happens. We're sitting in P12, maybe a shot at a top 10 here into the final turn, and it will not happen. And we'll see you on the corner exit. So you hold on to P12, and we will finish P12 in the race after a huge opening lap impact. What a finish by us, getting it all grouped back together. And I'll come back to you guys for the highlights. This is that opening lap wreck. Or I guess I don't know. This is where we got in the throttle. Okay. You can see the second we get in the throttle, it gets loose, and then we cut down on Higgins. And we have that huge impact. Okay. Okay, and here's the start of that little incident with Anderson. So we'll go back to the restart of the stage to get a better view of it. And here I just turn up on him. I turn down on him. And then he ends up getting it sideways. And as the caution comes out, he just ends up barrel rolling. And here on the restart of the next stage, we send it low on Anderson. In the next corner, we get down on the apron and just turn ourselves, having more heavy impact to the outside wall. Okay, and this was the 4th caution that brought out the end of stage 2 as Anderson barrel rolls again. And that was caused by us, I'd say. So here I send it down in him. I just get him loose again, and he goes and flips again. And here, as we were trying to make the pass on Kelly Cates, we tap her just the tiniest bit, and it gets her loose there. Then we tap her again going into this corner, and maybe hook her a bit too much. In the 17, was that? Yeah, in the 17. And she gets sideways, and as they were racing together, she stops a little bit earlier, and they flip, and she ends up on the inside of, or in the infield here. So that was the 3rd flip of the race. Okay, here was the next restart here. And this is where stuff starts to get bad. Higgins turns us into the inside wall. So we send it, and then we just get turned here. And Higgins is still wrecking back there, too. We just get turned, airborne, and flip. Rough day. And Higgins Also flips, so 5 flips on the day. And I have some news for you all. As I get loose there, hit the outside wall, and I come down here on the 2. Get loose there again. I keep it from flipping myself, but the 2 flips, 6 flips in one race. And I think we can take it to the end here. So I just shoot it up on the inside. And now, that's where we finish. P12. And a pretty good point today for us up into P21 in the standings. Caleb Stevenson with the fastest lap in 17.137. He led 18 laps. Lula Cobb started 19th, finished 8th. Eric Wright started 7th, finished 21st. Let's see who won the race. Was it Stevenson? It was Stevenson. Stevenson won the race and the second stage, and Tony Stewart won the opening stage. Come back to you guys on the main menu. And here's our race summary. Pretty decent race there as we meet our goal. 2 races left in our contract here. And we're going to need to get our next top 20 here at the Texas Short Track. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. And we have 4 races left till the playoffs. We need to win to get into the playoffs. Thank you all. If you have a good one, come back for the Texas race. Peace, y'all.